Nah, I wouldn't fight Crawford. I'm at 175. It happened at 168. I want to go back to 160. I'm good at 175. I'm world champion here. So if you'd want to come up to fight at 175, I'm all good with that.
As much as I love Canelo, I just think Terrence for me is the man. I like that he can fight southpaw, orthodox.
With the massive showdown between Canelo and Terrence Crawford fast approaching, David Benavidez has made it clear that he's ready and waiting, but strictly on his terms. The WBC light heavyweight champion has chased a fight with Canelo for years, particularly when both were competing at super middleweight, yet despite repeated attempts, the matchup never came to fruition. Now, as David Benavidez prepares to defend his light heavyweight title against Anthony Yarde this November, he appears to have accepted that a fight with Canelo at 168 pounds is no longer a realistic goal. His attention has now fully shifted to 175 pounds, and according to him, there's no turning back to super middleweight.
Fight with me and Canelo, whatever, happened at 168. I want to go back to 160. I'm good at 175. I'm world champion here. So if you'd want to come up to fight at 175, I'm all good with that. But right now, I can't live in this fantasy world where like, oh, maybe I'm going to get this fight, maybe this and that. I've done my job. I've done everything to get this fight. It's one of the biggest fights in boxing. If a person don't want to make it happen, I'm not going to waste my time trying to make a fight happen with a person that doesn't want to fight me. So I'm just trying to fight the people who are really trying to fight.
When asked about facing the winner of the Canelo vs. Crawford fight, David Benavidez was blunt. He said he's done chasing fantasies and is focused on his own division, though he still shared his thoughts on the bout. He slightly favors Canelo due to the weight difference, calling it a 60-40 fight, while praising Crawford as one of the most technically skilled fighters in the sport.
More like a 60-40 only because of the weight difference, but you can't take Crawford's skill away. You know, you have to give him credit for skill. He's an amazing fighter, he's an amazing technician in the ring, and I think it's like 64.
Interestingly, David Benavidez ruled out a fight with Crawford, even if the Nebraska star secures a historic win over Canelo. Crawford, already a three-weight world champion and undisputed in two, would need to move up 2 full divisions to reach Benavidez's weight class. Benavidez insists the size gap is too significant for it to be a viable matchup.
Nah, I wouldn't fight Crawford. I'm at 175.
The buzz around Canelo vs. Crawford has reached a fever pitch as the September 13th clash approaches, with Crawford moving up 2 weight classes to challenge the undisputed super middleweight champion. Fans and experts remain divided. Some favor Canelo's size and physicality, while others believe Crawford's boxing IQ and adaptability could secure him the win.
Man, Canelo is really, Canelo's gonna be Canelo, man. He's really, I think all the variables lie on Crawford.
Absolutely.
Crawford is confident, but Crawford is outside of his zone. It's all about the training camp, the preparation, the extra weight, but still being agile, I believe that it's tactics and game plan. I hope he works behind that jab. I hope he works behind the feint, and I hope he uses small little angles and different things, almost like when Charlo got dropped, right? After he got dropped, he never got dropped again. And because he never got dropped again, there's evidence.
Former heavyweight champion Joseph Parker weighed in, expressing a preference for Crawford despite being a Canelo fan. Parker highlighted Crawford's ability to switch between orthodox and southpaw, along with his ring intelligence and resilience, as making him the more complete fighter. He added that if Crawford hopes to pull off the upset, he must dig deep and withstand Canelo's relentless pressure, warning that Canelo is a beast who won't be easy to break down.
As much as I love Canelo, I just think Terrence for me is the man. I like that he can fight southpaw, orthodox.
Meanwhile, Saudi boxing chief Turki Alil Sheikh revealed plans to make the Canelo vs. Crawford event more than just a fight night. Aiming to move away from traditional pay-per-view models, Alil Sheikh has partnered with DAZN to offer the event free to subscribers, but that's just the start.
24 and in the beginning of 25, if we go with this average, it will be around between 10 to 15 pay-per-view, and this is too much. You understand me? If he have it and know it by subscribe, how's Riyadh season have their money back? This we'll discuss it with DAZN. That maybe we'll split the cards in 3 divisions: A+, B, and C. C will charge it with DAZN with little money, the B middle money, and the A with lump sum. One.
In what he described as a global boxing festival, the undercard has grown to over 20 fights spanning 2 or even 3 days. Alol Sheikh's vision is to create a worldwide showcase, giving up-and-coming fighters from across the globe a chance to shine. The format aims to provide fight fans with an unforgettable multi-day experience.
Also, maybe we can see morale and some fighters coming back to real season. That's mean we have the September show, we have now the August show, then September show with Netflix, then the November, the Night of the Champion, and then December. We are thinking to open slot for January. We never decide until now. We never decide yet, and we will after that having maybe the February card.
Hamza Shiraz has officially entered the conversation after a dominant win over Edgar Beranga in New York. The rising British-Pakistani star didn't just secure victory, he made a statement, catching the attention of Turkey Alol Sheikh. The influential figure praised Shiraz and even suggested a potential future clash with Canelo Alvarez, possibly as early as 2026. Alol Sheikh highlighted Shiraz's composure under pressure and expressed confidence that championship gold awaits him. While a fight with Canelo is still speculative, Shiraz's rise adds another intriguing name to the list of contenders targeting the Mexican superstar, especially as the spotlight grows ahead of the Vegas showdown.
What other cards do you have, Hamza? There is a lot. First, we are talking now, we are discussing with Canelo to renew the contract with him with more fights. We don't know. Maybe we can reach some points to have Canelo with us forever, until he's retired. In my plan, there is Hamza, there is Mobili, the French, there is also maybe one day Benavidez, there is Bevel, there is a lot of fights for Canelo.
The involvement of UFC President Dana White has also drawn attention. While White may not manage every aspect of the event, he has noted that its structure resembles a UFC card. With White's presence and Alol Sheikh's plans to revolutionize boxing's format, the sport could be on the brink of a major transformation.
I've been talking about it for a long time. I've had a lot of criticism of boxing over the years. And now here I am. It's time to put my money where my mouth is. And tickets go on sale today, actually, for Canelo Crawford. Legion Stadium, September 13th, tickets on sale today. For me to be able to, my first boxing match that I'm going to promote, other than McGregor Mayweather, is Canelo versus Crawford. Two of the greatest fighters of our era, and a big, massive fight in a stadium in Las Vegas. I mean, this whole thing just sort of fell in my lap. I have other plans in 26 and what I'm going to do with boxing.
Moving on, as predictions pour in, Roy Jones Jr. offered his take, focusing on the technical side. He emphasized that while promotional antics and weight debates grab attention, skill in the ring is what truly matters. Jones sees hunger in Crawford, born from years of waiting for the right moment, and believes he's ready to seize it. Meanwhile, Canelo, though perhaps less hungry, remains a consummate entertainer and a warrior who consistently rises to big fights. According to Jones, the outcome will largely depend on how well Crawford can handle Canelo's power.
Attention to the pushing and shoving. Pay no attention to the weight factor. What I pay attention to is the skill level that both guys show in and out of the ring. And what I'm seeing is I see a hungry Crawford. A Crawford that has been looking for the opportunity for a long time, finally getting the opportunity, and really ready to grab the opportunity.
While skill can sometimes offset size, the key question is whether Crawford's chin can withstand Canelo's famously heavy punches. Jones believes Crawford is likely preparing by sparring with bigger fighters, including super middleweights and light heavyweights, to mimic Canelo's power. If Crawford trusts his ability to absorb those shots, he has a real chance to make history.
And with Canelo, I see a guy who, not necessarily hungry, but loves to entertain. Loves to give us the big fights. Always tried to give the big fights. He finds a way to give us big fights. Not gonna always win them, but he always try to give them to us. So he'll be a guy that, if he shows up and does the exact right thing, he can win the fight. If he don't do the right thing, which I don't see him doing, I don't know why he would at this point in his career. I don't know. It'll all be predicated upon how well Terrence can take his punch.
Yeah. You said you don't think, or you don't look into the weight difference. Why?
When you know how to box, when you're as skillful as Terrence Crawford is, weight don't really matter much.
Former two-weight world champion Carl Frampton also backed Crawford, saying he supported him since the Errol Spence fight. At the time, his prediction that Crawford would one day beat Canelo was met with laughter. Now, with the fight official, Frampton stands by that prediction. He suggested the bout might not be an all-out war, but a slower, technical fight where Crawford's smart approach and control could secure victory. Frampton also noted that Canelo's fights aren't as explosive as before, which could work in Crawford's favor.
I think it's a great fight. It may not be the best fight in the world to watch, you know. I think that for Crawford to win, it'll have to be a boring fight. I think he uses distance and his movement. I think Canelo's feet are a little bit slower now than they used to be. I think Crawford wins. I said it when he beat Errol Spence and everybody laughed at me. I said it that long ago. And I genuinely believe that Crawford wins.
Rising star Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez shared his take, slightly favoring Crawford despite the tough matchup. He praised Crawford's ability to control distance and box smartly but warned that Canelo's power could turn the fight instantly. Rodriguez stressed that for Crawford to win, he'd need a flawless 12-round performance, a tall order against a dangerous and experienced fighter like Canelo. One mistake, he noted, and the fight could be over.
Difficult fight. Crawford, he has the skills to box and stay on the outside, but Canelo has the power, the size advantage, so it's a very difficult fight to call. I know Crawford will have to box the perfect fight for 12 rounds. Canelo can change the fight with one punch, so it's a very difficult fight. I've been saying that I favor Crawford. People don't like it, but it is what it is. I would favor Crawford.
Commentator Max Kellerman added to the hype, predicting the Alvarez vs. Crawford fight could become the most-watched championship bout in nearly 5 decades. He compared it to the legendary 1978 rematch between Muhammad Ali and Leon Spinks, which reportedly reached 90 million viewers. Kellerman noted that while past PPV megafights drew millions of buys, streaming could reach far more. With Netflix hosting the fight and moving away from the traditional PPV model, he expects viewership to soar to levels not seen since Ali's era.
Listen, because of Netflix, this will be the most watched fight, championship fight, in almost 50 years. This is going to be because Muhammad Ali fought Leon Spinks in the rematch in '78, and they did 90 million TV sets. 90 million. And since then, what has even come close? The biggest fights have all been on pay-per-view, and they do 2 million buys. Oh my God, 4 million buys, Mayweather-Pacquiao. As I keep saying, if 5 people per TV set watch, that's 20 million people. This is going to do multiples of that. So when you look at it from like a commercial point of view, it'll easily be the biggest boxing event I've ever covered.
So with that, like for fans that are new to boxing, like what would you equate this fight to from boxing of the old? Or like how would you sell this fight to a new fan?
It's a big...
Beyond the numbers, the fight brings together 2 of boxing's all-time greats. Both are 4-division champions and 2-time undisputed title holders. Canelo enters with a record of 63 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws, including 39 knockouts, while Crawford remains undefeated at 41-0 with 31 knockouts. For both, this bout could be the defining moment of their Hall of Fame careers.
Yeah, Canelo is the last fighter in our generation that's a Hall of Famer, that got the biggest name in the sport. So, I chose to go up in weight and to actually try to conquer him from, all his achievements in the division. So why not?
As the world gears up for September 13th, anticipation is at an all-time high. Predictions are coming from every corner of boxing, with fans eager to see if Crawford can defy the odds by moving up 2 weight classes to face one of the sport's most powerful champions. Meanwhile, David Benavidez watches closely, ready at light heavyweight, hoping Canelo, win or lose, eventually makes the move. If not, Benavidez remains focused on building his own legacy at 175 pounds. With groundbreaking promotions, bold claims, and unprecedented access, The Canelo Alvarez vs. Terence Crawford showdown is shaping up to be more than a title fight, it's a once-in-a-generation event. From contrasting styles and weight class shockwaves to the heated build-up and massive implications for the sport, this clash is historic. With rising stars like Hamza Shiraz emerging, the post-Canelo era is already taking shape. But will he leave the throne willingly? Hit subscribe, like, and turn on notifications to catch every moment leading up to the biggest fight of the decade.